I love it. If you late, baby. You late. Ladybug. Good morning, good morning. How are you? I feel like we haven't done this in a while. We haven't vlogged and had some one-on-one conversation. I am driving to work this morning. I'm going into the office. I was like, you know what? This would be a good time to have some good chit chat and to kind of get the wheels rolling again to get back into the vlogs, because guess what? We're going away on Friday and you're going with me. So you know what? Let's just get this going and get this vibe back to where it needs to be and where it was once at one point. Yesterday, went to the farmer's market, had an amazing time. A friend and I, we went to the farmer's market just to kind of get like some produce and just get a few things. And I was so caught up in the whole farmer's market thing, I didn't even show what I got. And yeah, but we did get a really, really good drink. And we just sitting there just talking, catching up, having a good time, and just reflecting on life and whatnot. And it just felt so good to sit back and have conversation about where you are in life, where you were in life, and everyone's life looks different. And it's a beautiful thing that we can have that, for lack of better words. Today, this week, I will not be dressing up to go to work. I got a whole baseball cap on. I'm not front facing to the public, and some of our staff don't have to dress up. And where I am now, you would think I would have to dress up, but I don't. As long as I look decent, I look put together. You know, I have on a pair of slacks. I have on my Sambas. I have on a white tee. And I got a baseball cap on. But I won't keep my cap on in the office. I'll take my cap off. So, yeah. Oh, look at this car right here. He is going to give me a run for my money. But nevertheless, yes, it was a good day. We went to 2 farmers markets. We went to our regular farmers market that we have here in North Carolina. For those who know the one in Raleigh, we drove out there and we had an amazing time. I mean, like, I was prepared. I was prepared for the farmers market. I had my bag. I had my money. I was ready. I had my comfortable gear on. I was ready. And my friend didn't have their bag. I'm like, look, you can have. Luckily, I had 2 bags, so it was like, you know, you have a bag now. You have to be the part. You're at the farmers market. You never know what you're gonna get. You might get some beans, some peanuts. You don't know what you're gonna get, so you have to be prepared. Have your bag. Have your bag. And we went to a black farmers market. It was in southeast Raleigh. And it was cute. I think it was more vendors than it was like the vegetable fruit stand situation. It was more vendors. So these days, a lot of people are like, you know, I like your pressed juice, but I could do that at home. I can blend. I could do this. I could do that. You know, it was, and especially when you're in a, I want to say an underserved area like Southeast Raleigh, depending on where you are in the population that's there. The reason why I can say that, I work on grants that help serve the population that is under the poverty line. So, but it was definitely nice. I had a good time. Almost broke my ankle. It was something. I was supposed to go see October London yesterday, but it didn't look like it played out the way it was supposed to play out. So didn't go do that. I don't even think he was even here, to be honest with you, because we wound up going by the venue before we even was going to go, and didn't see no signs and no life of no October London. So that didn't pan out. But nevertheless, I had an amazing weekend. I went out on Friday. I had an amazing weekend. I went to a comedy show that was so impromptu. So really, really nice. Some gentleman that's like a protege of Kevin Hart. The crowd that was in the room, I've never been to this comedy club, and it was a mixed crowd. It was solid black. I've seen it when I went to dinner before in that neighborhood where it was solid white. And I don't want to be like calling, racist or anything like that. But I was so surprised to see that the crowd was very mixed. And I had to sit back and think, Kevin Hart is kind of a crossover, and he's bringing someone in who is, crossover. So it was interesting to be in a room at a comedy show where it was a mixed crowd, especially, the comics that I like to see, I like to have, I can't forget out again. I like to have a good belly laugh. So that was interesting. So my friend is turning 55, and I'm planning something really, really cool, nothing extravagant, something really nice, like a nice dinner and a comedy show. I think that'd be really, really nice. And plus, I want to go see the person that's on the comedy show. So, yeah. And it's another gentleman I want to go see, Mojo. He's going to be in Charlotte and in Greensboro. So I will definitely be getting tickets for that, because I need to make sure that I am in the building. Super, super funny. Yeah, super, super funny. But other than that, y'all, I have been in these good streets, enjoying life, just having a good, I don't know what that was making that noise, having a good time. And that is it. I said, Kelly, you said you were going to stay out these streets, and you got to, have your conversations and things like that. Because I have so much to share with you, things about my plan in regards to, mentioned career. We also mentioned more things in regards to retirement and things like that, because we are still on the path to 55. And I talked to my friend about it, and he was like, do it. Do it. You can do it. You can do it. So, working hard. As you see, we are heading to the office now. My office is a pretty ways from my house. It's a pretty ways. And I don't even live in Raleigh. So, it's a pretty ways. So, I have to drive. I'm not going to bore you guys. We're going to finish having our conversation while we're driving. It's so light out here. Like, normally the traffic is really, really heavy out here. Let me not speak too soon, but I would have been stopped back there. I feel like I done got to a good point, and I'm still rolling. But let me tell you, when school get back in 2 weeks, because we have a staggered system out here. We'll have like the year-round, traditional, some other mess. It's funny how when you don't have anybody in school, you can be like, these kids in school, da, 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 da. But when you got a kid in school, you're like, I can't take it. But now I don't have any kids in school, and my viewpoint on kids in school is different. So in addition to having more conversations around retirement, we're in our 50s now, and just having conversations about pouring into ourselves and putting yourself first. And some of us, we have different family dynamics. If it may be taking care of your parents, taking care of your children, taking care, your spouse. You might be in a long-term relationship. However that dynamic may look, we still have to carve out time for ourselves. We still have to make that quality time. We just have to. And not like this, not like in the car driving to work and listening to a podcast. Yeah, that's good too. But I mean, literally carve out time. Carve out time and go for that massage. I know it may cost some money depending on what our financials are looking like. I get it. But sometimes sitting alone in just peace, pure peace by yourself, where you're not tending to no one, you're tending to yourself. That is so important. We don't realize I hope I like this TikTok I saw. There was TikTok, might have been Instagram, but however, it was a woman speaking out, just saying how, she was 61 and she didn't really pour into herself. She really didn't take time. Everything was for the family, for the family, for the family. And then when she actually looked and turned around, her children, succeeded, which you want your children to do. Husband still thriving, living his life, golfing, doing whatever he's doing. But yet she's drained and doing nothing. She never poured into herself. She may have had girlfriends, but she didn't know how to carve out time like her girlfriends may have. And she just felt like her family didn't appreciate her. And it was so many other women in the comments that was saying the same thing. And then a lady who was like commenting, who did a green screen of it, it was so many women in the comments sharing their same sentiment. I said, oh no. Well, that ain't me. And I don't even think if I was married, I would cold clean my life devoted to family like that. I don't do that now. So I know damn well, I wouldn't do. Now, if I was in my 20s, my 30s, I probably would have, because I had that mentality of wanting to, relationships and things of that nature, and I don't know. I don't know. Somebody, one of you lovely ladies had mentioned on one of my pictures, if this is what being single looks like, I hope I have it. And I feel like there's a lot of women out here who are in relationships that look amazing. Can relationships drain you? Absolutely. Shit, life can drain you. I know people who don't have no relationship, and life is kicking them by, do you know what? It's kicking them hard. So I know for me, I like to take care of myself. I don't want to look like what I'm going through. I really, really don't. But that was a compliment, so I thank you. I appreciate you. And I did thank the lovely lady, in my post. But however, I don't know. But moving on. I want to do something, but you know how you want to share what you want to do, but you scared if you share what you want to do, it may not come to. So you want to keep it to yourself until you get it going. Like, prime example, how I was out on leave and I didn't really share it. I was out on leave. I might have shared a little bit, but I didn't go into details. And then once it was over, I shared with you what I was going through, and pretty much not even in detail, but you can kind of get the gist. If, mental health, things of that nature, But I really want to do something, and I really want to put 100+ % into it. But I am so scared, and sometimes I love the fact that my generation I come from, which is Gen X, but I wish I had some millennial in me. I guess I do, because I was born in 76. So anything like on the tail end of a generation, you kind of pick it up, because we come from a generation where we didn't have computers until now we got technology, the millennials. And then I wish I had a little bit of Gen Z up in me, because that go-getter, well, I do have the go-getter in me, but that go-getter where you just don't care. I have a little cautionary in me, where it's like, oh no, hold on. I like stability. I love stability. I love foundation. I love knowing that I'm secure. I love that. And yeah. So I'm going to do something, and I'm going to put a time frame on it. And I'm going to see what I can do in a 3-month span. It's going to start August 1st. And I'm just going to go knee deep into what it is. And once I get out of my 3-month mark, I'm going to share what that is. I'm going to share what that is. Now, there's a challenge. I want to bring you on with me. Did I pass where I'm supposed to be? See, talking, I'm just looking at cars and license plates. I ain't paying no attention. I want you to pick something as well that you want to do for the next 90 days. So the next 3 months. Something that you want to do and you want to pour into and you want to see if it can flourish. It can be a personal project. It can be a weight loss journey. It can be anything. Pouring into yourself, anything. And why I want to do this is because it took me 3 months to get my blood work clean, cholesterol, high blood pressure. That's, they checking that. That's not, but that's all correlated with your cholesterol. My A1C, everything, anything that might have been in the red is in the green. And now I'm maintaining all of that, maintaining my 22-pound weight loss. And I feel like at this point where I am now, I'm like 155, 154 is a good goal for me. I don't need to go no smaller than this. Not an ounce. And it's so funny because I have clothes that I've tried on and I still can't, I can get into them, but it's still kind of snug. And that lets me know that I was small. I was small. But it's like now where I am, I can't see myself getting that small. I don't know. I just can't. But we are almost to work. I'm just running, Mom. I'm just driving. I guess I'm so accustomed to having all this traffic. I would get to work in 30, 45 minutes. But if there's no traffic, and even if you leave 30 minutes or an hour before work, you cannot determine these rubberneckers. All they want to do is turn their necks and look at something that got nothing to do with them. Just get to work. Yeah. So I'm going to do this challenge. And you guys, some of you ladies may pick it up. You may pick up what I'm doing. You may not. But however, I want to do this. And once I do this, I want to bring you guys on the journey as well, because it is going to tie into helping me with retiring early. Now, I hope that intrigued you, because if I can do it and then I show you, then you can do it too. Because I know we all want to retire early. And even if we don't retire early, everybody likes extra income. Everybody likes to just have extra money. We're going to put it out there. It's for money. If I want to retire early and I want to help myself have more disposable income so I can pour into my streams of future income, I have to do what I have to do. So, we're going to do it together. And I done told you at this. I didn't tell you, but I told you. Can't hold water, right? Can't hold water. But nevertheless, let's get our tail. Ooh, the exit for my job is crazy. This car behind me is on my tail. If you late, baby. You late. I made it to work. I am tired. I just got finished talking to y'all for about 20 minutes, and now I'm sitting here like, oh my God. What is it about when you pull into your place of work or whatever the case may be, you feel like the world's on your shoulders? I don't know what that's about. Let's get in here.
Okay, and then I'll get
I'm,
that water.
I'm patient.
I know you are. I love it.
Thank you. Morning. How are you? Well, it's almost good afternoon. I've been working all morning. Today is a work from home day for me, and your girl got a new work chair. I am loving my new work chair, my work from home chair. Let me tell you something. To my comfy, I got my blanket on it. I got my little footstool over here on it. I am just loving this chair, and the chair can go back, and it has a foot recliner on it. Serious deal here. Serious deal. But nevertheless, how are you? How are you feeling? I feel like I'm so rusty when it comes to like vlogging and stuff because I haven't done it in so long. We've been having all these conversations, but we have to get back into swinging things with vlogging and having a good time and just living our best life at where we are, right? So it's noted and we're doing it. Also, we're going to, let me make sure I'm presentable here. I got on the wrong undergarments with this one. But we're going to Baltimore this weekend. I am super excited. I'm going to the Baldie Brunch. For those of you who have bald heads like me, it's a lovely lady. Get it out, Kelly. It's a lovely lady. Her name is Chimney. She's doing a brunch. I'll have all the information somewhere. But however, tickets are sold out. But she only did like 60 tickets. I got me a VIP ticket. I am super excited. Nevertheless, I am super excited. And I'm just happy I'm going. I'm just so happy I'm going. And it's so funny because the last time I went to an event that was done by a creator, it was in DC. And now here I am going to Baltimore. I'm like, the ladies up there, y'all know how to put something on and have a good time. So, I'm coming. So we're leaving tomorrow and I'm super excited about that. And yeah, I'm halfway packed. I just have to go to Target a little bit later on today. I think I'm probably going to go, oh, I got delivery coming. Let's go downstairs and get my food. So my groceries on its way. It had to make one stop before it got to me. So I went running downstairs like, oh my God, I missed my groceries. Because I don't want my stuff to sit out there. It's kind of warm. It's about 80 degrees right now. And it's still kind of early, but yeah, he's coming now. Oh, he just passed my, oh, one stop away. He went somewhere. He got to go somewhere else. So my groceries came. I'm going to go ahead and put these up. Ooh. I got some olive oil and some avocado oil. This one is a glass. This one's plastic, which is fine. I mean, I didn't have an opportunity to go get the real deal stuff, so I'll deal with this for now. Got some avocados. My daughter loves avocados, so I let those sit out. That's off my list. Some bananas. I'm just sitting here, y'all. I told you I'm rusty. I feel like the whole vlogging thing, I'm rusty with, but we're gonna get it together. By the time we go to Baltimore, I'm gonna have it right. Cause I'm gonna take you guys with me when we we go on the plane. We flying Southwest. Let me tell you how I got the ultimate credit at Southwest. I went to New Orleans last year, and I think it was a storm or something. I guess heading back up north. It was something going on. I don't know if it was they ain't had no gas or it was a situation. I think it was weather at that time. Nevertheless, I got on a plane. First, my plane was delayed. Finally got on the plane. The lady said, we are booked to capacity or we overbooked something. We got to get some people off the plane and some luggage off the plane. Is there anyone here who would like to get off? And we will give you something. They gave a number. Nobody budged. They were like, I want to get up out of here. She wound up saying, we'll give you $2,000. I didn't care if it was cash, if it was paid in whatever. You said 2,000. I'm out of here. I got up. And I was sitting by the window. I told the lady, I said, excuse me. And I'm so happy I did get up because there was a connecting flight in Tennessee. And the flight from Tennessee to go to Raleigh was canceled. So I would have been stuck in Tennessee. Right. So I stayed in New Orleans one extra day. They gave me a hotel, which I didn't need because my girlfriend got me a hotel. And they gave me a voucher for something else, and they gave me $2,000 in travel. I didn't make enough. They gave me $2,000 in a travel voucher. I had spent, I think, about 300 of it when my best friend had got married last year, and I flew up to New York. There's an inconvenience because Southwest doesn't have a lot of straight flights because you got to connect, but I'm not to pay for it. I'll just take it, you know? So now going to Baltimore, I got a straight flight because there's a hub out there. So I get to fly straight. And I absolutely pick my seat because, you know, now Southwest is doing seats. There's no more just the rigmarole. But what I'm going to do, I have American Express and I do have the lounge. I'm going to switch my, what do you call that? My actual, I can't think of it right now. Switch my airline. I have it as Delta, but I'm going to switch it to Southwest because I have all this credit. So I'm going to be flying Southwest until I run this credit. I have to use it by the end of this year. I think until January. So from here to then, Kelly going to be on Southwest flying. We're going to be flying. So I know I want to go to Charleston. I do have 2 trips going to Wilmington. I found that out last night. So I'll be doing some beach trips. And I want to go maybe to not Vegas, maybe to New Orleans. So we're going to see how that plays out. So yeah, we got to get out. And I have to get my TSA pre-check. That's going to do that today. As soon as I finish doing this, we're going to do TSA pre-check because I got to make sure I'm good. I have to make sure I am good. We love apples around here. I don't know if I ever told you that, but I be tearing up some apples. Apples is good for everything that has fiber with the skin, but I just eat them. I don't have to cut them or nothing. Got some Cheetos. Don't ask. My daughter ordered these. And we got some sourdough bread. We love that. I'm gonna put the rest of this food up, and I'm gonna make me something to drink, and then we're gonna head upstairs. We gotta get our nails done later. So, yeah.